Now, the CBS 21 Political Insiders with Rob Hanrahan.
Republican Charlie Gerow and Democrat Mark Singal are here. But first, guys, some breaking news just handed to me within the last 5 minutes. This comes from the Supreme Court of the Middle District of Pennsylvania. You may have been following our stories about former House Speaker Bill DeWeese. He's already spent 23 months in prison, in state prison, on corruption charges, and is still appealing his case. And the Supreme Court just sent this down saying they will hear his appeal. So this is just a development in that situation, part of Pennsylvania politics. Guys, you don't have to comment on that because we want to jump right into
We'll just comment that Rob Hanrahan had the Bill DeWeese story when nobody else did.
Yes, it did.
It's another day in court.
And we'll keep following that for you. Guys, I voted today, as I hope everybody else did, but I tell you, it didn't seem like a lot of people were out, and the weather didn't help.
And it's not helping now. I mean, this is the time of day, Rob, where a lot of people go to the polls. It is miserable out there. Blame that on Tom Russell. But hopefully it'll pick up a little bit, because when I was out today, you didn't have to worry about standing in line.
It is a real problem, though, because people turn out for presidential races and gubernatorial races, and they lose sight of the fact that these are very important to their daily lives. I voted earlier in Lebanon County, and there was nobody there. So I do think the turnout is very lacking in these off-year elections.
And these are the positions that affect us the most. These are our local judges. These are people who are directly affecting our everyday lives, maybe even more so than our state lawmakers.
School boards, I mean, those decisions affect your kids directly, and whenever there's a Supreme Court opening, that's an important race that ought to be looked at more closely. So yeah, people need to participate more. They really do.
We could be down around 15%, I understand.
I doubt it'll be that low, Rob. It might be. It would be unfortunate if it is, but the weather certainly hasn't helped. But a last-minute appeal to anybody out there who hasn't gotten to the polls yet, go out, because Mark is correct. These are the ones that really matter.
They are open to 8.
They
Until
are.
8 tonight. So, all right, let's talk about President Trump and his trip to Asia. Certainly today he came out, just totally toned down the rhetoric toward North Korea. He's in South Korea right now, a crucial speech that might be going on underway as we speak. But, Charlie, this change in the president's approach, I mean, should we pay close attention to this?
I think it signals strength, Rob. He is speaking more softly, but he is clearly showing a very big stick. I mean, behind the softer rhetoric was clearly the fact that he says the United States of America, which has military power unknown in the history of the world, is prepared to use it if necessary.
Mark, how delicate is the position?
Oh, this is very delicate. It is more appropriate to act presidential, and you act presidential by doing exactly what Charlie's saying. But you don't get to walk back your previous comments. He went to the United Nations and insulted Kim Jong-un, little rocket man, and he actually said that if necessary, we will totally destroy you. No president in our history has ever been that bellicose. So he's already kind of pushed us to the brink and now is trying to pull it back. So it would have been a lot more helpful if he had thought about this correctly the first time around.
So it's a big political story. We'll have more on this on CBS 21 News tonight at 11. And you guys are going to come back and join us. So we're going to look at some of these results from our local races. And we'll talk a little bit more about voter turnout, all right? Charlie Gerow, Mark Singal, thank you both. You can hear more from our political insiders on Sunday mornings on Face the State. Please join us at 8:30.